A friend of mine, a YouTube channel in the UK in Manchester, Rob Walker, Let the Music Play, produced a video recently where he showcased 10 records with fantastic illustrations on them. And Rob was very specific to point out that when he says illustration, he's talking about hand done, hand created, hand to pen, hand to brush, hand to watercolor, that sort of thing. No photography. And to be real clear about that, that's not a jacket with a cover that's an illustration. Ars Longa Vita Brevis by the Nice, under the auspices of this video and its rules, this is not an illustration. It's a manipulated photo, in this case, an X-ray, colored X-ray. So, I'm going to show 10 records with illustrations that I think are fantastic. And the first one is the self-titled debut from Mott the Hoople using M.C. Escher's colored etching of the lizards climbing out of the book. Just fantastic. Mott the Hoople. Next is something more playful. It's Wet Willie's debut, self-titled. And a wet willy is when you stick your finger in your mouth and stick it into somebody's ear. And here is how the artist illustrated the wet willy, which is just so detailed and fantastic. Not a medical illustration, but just look at that. That's the inside of the ear with all that goo coming out, that wet earwax. Something less disgusting is Scarecrows on Stone the Crow's debut, which I love. Probably gouache on paper. And the artist did the inside and the outside. Here's the inside. And this group was produced by Peter Grant, who was the original manager of Led Zeppelin, and Stone the Crows was on Peter Grant's label. Next is the second and last album by Bloodwind Pig, entitled Getting to This, and I just love this illustration. They're playing to a group of kids. A couple of them have got a little pigtail hanging out of their backsides. They're little piglets. You don't see their faces. Bloodwind Pigs, Getting to This. Just a marvelous record. I love Bloodwind Pig. Next, John Baldry's Everything Stops for Tea. And this cover illustration was done by Ron Wood of the Faces and now of the Rolling Stones. And his name is indicated by his initials, R.W., Ron Wood. Everything Stops for Tea, John Baldry. Next is Savoy Brown's Looking In, and the same artist did the front and the back of the record. Just love this. Macabre. I've seen this style before. Well, actually, he's probably launched a lot of careers of other artists who've done similar type of work decades later. And here we have Shazam by The Move. Very simple. The group has superheroes. The artist did the lettering for Shazam and The Move. Very, very simple. The back is just a photograph, but I just love it. This falls on the category of my kid can do it. Well, your kid didn't do it. Somebody did this one, and it's just beautiful. And the same artist who did the cover of Nursery Crime also did the cover of Foxtrot. That's Paul Whitehead. They used him for those two records. And here is the center spread open, and she's playing croquet with heads. You can see the severed heads. A little macabre. It's Paul Whitehead, Nursery Crime. Pete Sinfield, the lyricist for King Crimson and his only solo record Still. What I love about this record is the beautiful illustration of the innocent girl in the sea dragon's mouth, but also the fact that this illustration is printed on different paper and applied by glue to the cover. This paper is matte, this paper is glossy paper applied. It's an applique, still by Pete Sinfield. And lastly, Jethro Tull, Stand Up. This is a woodcut, and it's a beautiful woodcut. And what's special about it is that if you look at Ian Anderson's fingers, there's more than 10 fingers there. There's 11. If you count them, you'll see there's one extra finger there. And a friend of mine did some studying up on it, and sure enough, the artist realized too late in the making of it to stop, and 11 fingers were included on the illustration of Ian Anderson. Just great. And the inside also has same artwork by the artist. So that's it. Those are my 10 great illustrations, and this is the thread. If you like it, make one yourself. And I'm Michael, Ricefield Records in Saitama in Tokyo, Japan, and I thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll be seeing you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.